A person is killed this morning in a building collapse in Kansas City, Missouri. Authorities say the victim may have been killed by falling debris. Building's first floor was used for garage sales and flea markets, the upper floor for vacant apartments. A heavy rain moved through the area, but it's not known whether weather is to blame. The cause of the collapse is under investigation this evening. Well, this is another primary day as voters in 12 states head to the polls to help shape the political future come November. ABC's TJ Winnick reports on a wealth of interesting possibilities.
A wave of Tea Party support might just carry another candidate to victory this primary Tuesday.
We need more conservative leaders like Sharon Angle to help us take our country back.
But some believe Sharon Angle and her opponents have driven the Republican primary so far to the right, it could end up benefiting Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, despite his wild unpopularity.
Sharon Angle in particular has taken some positions like wanting to get rid of the Department of Education, wanting to get rid of the Department of Energy. Those are the kind of things that Harry Reid is likely to use against her in a general election.
Another incumbent could learn today if she will be returning to Washington next year. Arkansas Senator Blanche Lincoln faces a serious challenge in the runoff election against fellow Democrat Lieutenant Governor Bill Halter.
It's not personal or anything like that. There are just some very significant policy differences between us.
In California, two GOP businesswomen are making some serious noise. Former Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina has a big lead in the Senate primary, and former eBay CEO Meg Whitman, after spending more than $70 million of her own money, is out in front in the race for the gubernatorial nomination.
Older Californians say to me, you know what I want? I want California like the California I grew up in. You know, where the schools are great, where the leaders are bold and courageous.
According to a new ABC News poll, anti-incumbency and frustration with the government are near all-time highs, only being surpassed in 2008 as the economy crashed and in 1992 in the wake of the last deep recession. TJ Winnick, ABC News, Washington.
Mother Natalie Holloway speaks out for the first time since Jorn Vandersloot was accused of murder of another young lady. Natalie Holloway's mother isn't commenting on Jorn Vandersloot's alleged murder confession. She announced the opening of the Natalie Holloway Resource Center to help families of missing persons only hours after authorities allegedly got a murder confession from Vandersloot. Now investigators in Peru are pressing for more details about what happened to the Alabama teen, Natalie Holloway. Her body was never found. Police in Oregon are baffled this evening by a missing person case that seems to defy reason. How could a 7-year-old boy disappear into thin air right from the very hallways of his own school? 5 days later, he's still gone without a trace. Almost 24 agencies plus FBI are involved in the search for Kyron Horman. So far, police have received more than 1,200 tips and volunteers have combed through a 2-mile area near his home. Sheriff's office says Kyron's family is cooperating, but when asked if they are being considered suspects, officials would only say that no one has been ruled out at this point. 12 men and women began hearing the case against Rod Blagojevich today as opening statements got underway in a Chicago courtroom. The former Illinois governor has pled not guilty to charges of fraud and racketeering. Prosecutors say he routinely used his position to gain favors, money, deals, at one point offering President Obama's open Senate seat to the highest bidder. Today, his defense team requested the judge dismiss the corruption charges because his freedom of speech was violated. 50 days into the major oil spill in the Gulf Coast, and no one seems to know how bad it is or how long it will last. This evening, we're told the process of collecting some of the escaping crude oil is in partial success. Federal officials contradicted BP, saying there are underwater plumes of oil beneath the Gulf of Mexico. The containment cap is now collecting nearly 15,000 barrels of oil each day, more than double the 6,000 barrels collected in recent days, but the government and BP still don't know how much oil is spilling from that well. Turning again to weather, tornado watch in effect for most of the viewing area till 9.
Yeah, that's right. Along and north of I-44, tornado watch. So far, we're dry in our viewing area. It's all happening to the north of us, but I think we're going to see some rainfall in the forecast by midnight tonight. Nothing so far, but I'll show you how long the unsettled weather is going to stay with us next.